Pretty little cigarette, big old moon, lovely little dress, white scarf, black coat, eyes swoon. Don't say goodbye. When I was a child, I suppose I liked some pop punk music from America, and I don't know. We grew up surfing and listening to punk music. So Moloney, that's not from America obviously, but like Blink-182 and some of this sort of music. But I reckon by the age of 14 I discovered Tom Waits, and the motherfucker just changed my world. He opened my ears and eyes to texture, and I've listened to him every day since then, you know?
Okay, so would you say that maybe Tom Waits is one of the musicians that inspire you to make it a go?
Yeah, well, the funny thing with Tom Waits is that even if you don't think you're inspired by him, you are in some ways. And yeah, that's to his credit. But yes, of course I'm inspired by Tom Waits. I'm also inspired by Blood Orange and people, you know, people like Beyonce.
A bit of everything, yeah, because I mean nowadays you don't stick to one particular kind of music. You always take influence from everywhere, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. And you'll find this with my music on stage. I'll be doing a hip hop track, and then a more surfy, cruisy track, and then I'll go to reggae, and maybe even some dub. And I love all music, and I don't actually believe in genres, and that's probably a statement that needs half an hour to explain. But you know, at the end of the day, music's a lot bigger than any genre, and it's very. It's more about humans communicating than it is about sections in a shop. Okay. You know, sections of styles and just.
Yeah, to play around with some kind of different sounds, or yeah, because always the sum of it can create something different.
Yeah, totally.
And but you actually play all by yourself. I mean, you do all your one-man band.
Yeah.
Isn't that a bit exhausting sometimes?
It definitely is exhausting when you're on the road for 3 months and you have to you know, set up and pack down and do everything, and then if you're trying to talk to fans and sell your merch, but also organize the payment from the gig, and you know, there's these things that are exhausting. But then there's also on stage, it's not so much exhausting because I feel that the energy I get on stage is over the top, and it's from the people, and I can feel it and then I give it back. And so it's not that I get exhausted on stage, it's just that I have to be very focused, because if I step off the path of my my heart where the music's going, then I'm gonna end up in a world that I wasn't expecting to be at, and all of a sudden I'm over here and the crowd's here, and I always want to be there.
Yeah, so for you it's a 24/7 job.
Yeah, well it is my life. Yeah. It's not a job.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, it's you cannot classify it as a job because actually you're liking what you do. Yeah,
but
it's not the money.
That's only so I can eat. You know, I feel I'm here to make music on Earth. You know, so that's what I'm gonna do.
And not so long ago you went with your sister through an African adventure. Would you tell us about it?
Yeah, so my little sister was pretty and 19 and never been overseas, and she was like, I'm going to Ethiopia. And I was like, what? And so I decided to go with her, and we went on this adventure together, and we just went to Ethiopia, and we lived in a place called Bahir Dar, and I recorded a lot of folk music there, and I made a lot of music with Ethiopian artists like Castlehun Tate and stuff, but also explored the countryside and the history and the culture and the people, and yeah, pretty much changed my whole life, you know, as a lot of time traveling does, but with the approach to rhythm that the people have, you know, that's what defines music for them, and that approach is so valuable as a musician or as anyone, you know, like I think it's important that everyone dances, and there's a huge value in just enjoying and just you know, like we had parties but we just light a big fire and dance around with djembes, and I play harmonica, you know, like, and it's
so Ethiopian culture has always been linked to Rastafarism and reggae.
Yeah.
So reggae is one of your many influences, would you say?
Reggae is one of my main influences. I think I'd say, like, for me it's almost if I have to say a style, maybe I'd like to say reggae, but it maybe doesn't sound always like that, but you know, whenever I'm playing with an acoustic guitar, I'm just that's how I feel it, you know, and that's how I play chords. So that's reggae music, you know, like that skanking thing, you know.
Okay.
And also the tie-in with punk music and just the reggae culture in England.
The dub music.
Dub music, like this is it just gets me very excited. This is that's my shit.
Okay, it's good to belong to something, or to think that you're part of something.
Yeah, it's not even like that. It's just what I like and I appreciate and what I aspire to. You know what I mean?
Song and I seen it on the edge of the blade, and through the yellow windows with the wooden window pane, and I make it quick so I make it plain. Sometimes I send a little pain my way, and I don't mind it, don't mind. Let's hold it, gotta hold it.
And you aspire to get a big record deal, or because nowadays it's really difficult to make a living out of music, selling your music actually. Would you have a backup plan for it in case if you cannot success at it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go move and live on a beach in Western Africa, and I'll just maybe learn the language, make a wife, make a life, play some music the rest of my life. No, I don't have any plans.
Well,
this is it.
That would be a nice plan.
Yeah, so that's plan B.
Yeah, but a good thing though, it's thanks to technology development, you can always put your music for free in a decent quality, almost instantly and worldwide for everybody to taste. So that makes easier for musicians to get known. Well,
for example, on this tour I've made a record in Bristol. I have some recording equipment and my laptop with me wherever I go, and so I can do some production, because I like producing artists as much as I like performing. Maybe not as much, but I do it as well. Anyway, I've even just in Bristol I made 3 little short releases that I've been able to turn from acoustic guitar little like acoustic session right through to just straight on the internet straight away, and so I can do that on the tour. Like I can do that, and that's a very good example of how easy it is. But I'm doing that to try and share my experiences here, and also give a little alternative to some of the produced tracks, like an acoustic version or something. Yeah, so it's definitely easy. It's what we can do now is like would cost $1 million in the 70s. What I can do on the road.
But that also brings a lot of people to music business. I mean, now everybody has access to it. So for you, maybe it's more difficult to
set yourself apart, or
to make a difference.
Yeah, it always is like that. I think that I think that there's definitely a lot more artists out there now, and so there's a lot more fish in the pond, and to get a lucky strike maybe harder, but I feel that it's, on the other hand of that, it's even more encouraging to be unique. It's even more encouraging to be groundbreaking. Like tonight I'm gonna go see Flying Lotus at the Paradiso. It's like, that's groundbreaking, like I think in the 70s he'd still be successful, and right now of course he's successful. And so it's kind of, if you're good, you're good.
Yeah, that's true.
And you have to try your best, and at the end of the day, for me, like I can only give what I have, or what I've been given, like I can only do what I can, and so try not to worry about it, to be honest.
Okay, that's good because I believe that for a musician the most important thing is to play it live, and you've been playing your music live around, for example, with Sticky Fingers, you've been playing a tour, and you've been, I mean, you also saw a sold out sign, sorry, on your concert, so that must be good for a musician to like the feel that you're filling up a place.
Yeah, we sold out Bittersuit in Amsterdam, and it was crazy good gig, beautiful venue, and you know, 400 people in the room bouncing to your tracks, like it's beautiful, you know. That's what I'm talking with, like that's when it feels good.
Yeah, the reward.
Yeah, that's the reward, exactly.
It's your turn, where we gonna go now? Where to go now?
Okay, so tell us about your latest release, the Architect EP. It's such a personal record where you show off your feelings in a very honest way. Is that a way to keep true to yourself through your songs?
Is that a way to keep true to myself through my songs? Yeah, I suppose there's an element of this. Like, I think when something is put in song, it's almost like it's put in stone, or it's like you build a...
Yeah.
Each song is like a, you know, its own universe, and so you don't want to build a universe that is corrupted or fake or anything like that. The personal inspiration from the writing, you know, it's true on a couple of the tracks, like Black Dog and It's Not Over are very, very personal. Go That Low is personal, but then, I don't know, okay. So yeah, they're all quite personal except for The Architect, the title track.
Yeah.
This is just a story, you know?
You address the songs in the first person most of the time, so we have to take that you're talking about yourself or your feelings.
But often I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, often I say I'm like this, but I'm talking as myself as a 6-year-old child, you know, in a land of the narrative of the song, you know. And
yeah, the songs Architect all share an kind of optimist approach, or a sense of hope can always be spotted on your lyrics, like ride the wave beside the weather.
Yeah.
Is that the way you face also your daily life, like with that kind of optimism?
Well, you can ask my friends, and that, like, sometimes I am dark.
Yeah.
But you know, like, I don't know, life's a journey that we're all working through together, and it's I kind of see it as a gift, you know, life for each and every one, and so it's about giving it back. And so that is optimistic, and that is, you know, encouraging, and that's what wakes me up in the morning, is, you know, making your time count.
All the bunnies just said, hey, that's funny. She crazy lately with the game she playing. Can't believe what that the demons think of me. Cost me deep, he's a flame. Picture what I'm gonna be when it's stole. Farther from me, you think living a man, what cut me deep, and how I know child.
I hope that answered the question.
To finish, after this EP and the current tour you're in, what would you like to do next? America, perhaps?
You know, like, I'd like to work with some American artists, but in terms of touring, I think I'd really love to come back to Europe next. And I think that's just the success we've already seen is worth building on, and so that's where I'd like to invest my time in outside of Australia next. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you
so
so much.
Come back and
come back soon.
Come through to Spain.
Yeah.
In the sun.
Yeah.
And not so much rain up north here. And the beach, yeah. We played some concerts, you know, on the beach in the Netherlands, and I really appreciate how the Dutch people embrace the beach culture, because in Australia we have so many beaches and we don't do anything with them, you know, and everyone, as soon as there's a bit of sand, there's a bar, you know, it's beautiful. And I can imagine Spain to be like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
With that, in that category.
And it's easy on the water, tip on fingers at the order. But you know what, your fear is flawed, cause music is water. You know what my proof is, besides the fact they can't know I'm gonna win. Besides the fact that religion can't mess with it. Music is the ocean of a greater well of consciousness. Music is a platform which love cannot manifest. Shame you never go past all of the shadows. Should you go that low?